Hi guys, how are you? This is Jackie, Bible Story 777, coming at you with part two called Deception. Of part one, you'll see what it is, okay? So it's 2 Kings 5 to 17, and it's about the servant Gasi, what he did to his master Elisha, his boss Elisha. 2 Kings 5:20 to 27 also. Okay, so 2 Kings 5:17. If you were, this is a continuation where Naaman got healed of his leprosy and tried to give Elisha some gifts. So 2 Kings 5:17. If you will not accept my gifts for healing me, please let me your servant be given as much earth as a pair of mules can carry, for your servant will never again make burnt offerings and sacrifices to any other god. So he said, can I get some mules with all the dirt so I can make sacrifices of the dirt with whatever I'm growing to your God? Because your God is the true God. I'm not worshiping any other God because your God healed me of the leprosy. But this is not what the story is about, guys. This is just like a four thing about it. You know what I mean? So other God but the Lord, but may the Lord forgive your servant. But may the Lord forgive your servant for this one thing. When my master enters the temple of Rimmon to bow down, and he is leaning on my arm, and I bow there also when I bow down in the temple of Rimmon, may the Lord forgive your servant for this. 2 Kings 5:19. Go in peace, Elisha said. Here's the part that you're not going to believe, guys. I know you thought maybe this part was just, you didn't understand it. Wait till you hear this. Go in peace, Elisha said, after Naaman had traveled some. Okay, so this is the backstory of this. Naaman got healed by Elisha of leprosy. Naaman wanted to give Elisha a lot of money, gifts, talents, gold, suits, clothes, so much stuff. But Elisha said, just go. I didn't know what the reason was. I was wondering, why didn't he take any gifts? You're going to find out what the reason was. He was healed of his leprosy, and he said, just go. Okay, guys, now wait till you hear this. So the servant was overhearing this. The servant heard that this guy's leaving with all the gold, silver, clothes, everything. So he devised a deceptive plan. And wait till you hear this, guys. This is something else. So after Naaman had traveled some distance, because Elisha said, go in peace, I'll give you some dirt and your mules and do whatever you want, but just go in peace. I don't want anything from you. Okay, so as the difference came, and he was on the horses with his servants and with the dirt and everything, 2 Kings 5:20. Gazi, the servant of Elisha, the man of God, said to himself, my master was too easy on Naaman after he healed him, this Armenian, by not accepting from him what he brought, like all the money, gold, silver, talents, clothes. As surely as the Lord lives, I'm going to run after him and get something from him for myself. So let's go on. Have you ever known people like that? Have you ever known that you say no, but then someone overhears and says, well, I'm going to go get that then? Have you ever seen that? Whoever's coming to mind right now, that's what Holy Spirit's telling you. It's those kind of people. So let's go on to 17. 2 Kings 5:17. If you will not send Naaman, please let me your servant be given as much earth as a pair of mules can carry. That's what he had told Elisha. I will never again worship any God but your God, but may the Lord forgive your servant for not believing your God, he said to Elisha. By the way, brothers and sisters, which is our God? He's speaking about our God. 2 Kings 5:18. When my master enters the temple of Rimmon to bow down, and he is leaning on my arm, and I bow there also, when I bow down in the temple of Rimmon, may the Lord please forgive my servant. So this is how it went on. I'm trying to give you the backstory. Elisha said, go in peace. After Naaman had traveled some distance, Gazi, the servant of the man of God, which was Elisha, the prophet of Elisha, said, go in peace. Remember this, guys. This is so important. He said, go in peace. And guys, he took no measures or riches. So here we go, guys. The deception. The sneaky servant heard all of this, named Gazi. Pay close attention to this. Naaman, the commander that was healed, left. He was on his way home with his treasures and all healed up from leprosy. Gazi, the servant of Elisha, the man of God, said to himself, my master was too easy on Naaman, this Armenian, by not accepting from him what he brought. As surely as the Lord lives, I'm going to run after him and get some things. So deception is starting. Go. Ghazi hurried after Naaman. When Naaman saw him running toward him, he got down from his chariot to meet him. Is everything all right? Elisha just told me to leave and everything's okay. So he said, no, no, everything is not all right. Naaman was worried because he said, oh my goodness, I left. And the guy said, everything's all right. I'm healed of my leprosy. Everything's good. You remember Elisha said, go on your way and be in peace? He got very worried because Elisha said, go in peace, guys. So Ghazi said, everything is all right, Ghazi answered. My master sent me to you. Two young men from the company of the prophets have just come to me from the hill country of Ephraim. Please give them a few talent of silver and 2 sets of clothing. Okay, guys, but this clothing, raw clothing, raw clothing. So did Elisha tell Ghazi to do this? I don't think so. He didn't even know Ghazi was listening, but Elisha knows something. So anyway, so Naaman, the commander that was healed by Elisha, told Elisha's servant, the thief, in 2 Kings 5:23, everything is all right, Ghazi, but give my buddies talents of silver. Oh, yes, yes, by all means, said Naaman. Anything you want, anything Elisha wants, I'll give him silver. He urged Ghazi to accept them and then tied up the 2 talents of silver in 2 bags, which is that 1 talent is 75 pounds of gold or silver. So he took 150 talents of gold or silver. You know what that weighs right now in 2024? 75 pounds of gold, 75 pounds of silver. You'll be rich, guys. So anyway, and the clothing was raw clothing, all made with gold linen, and you can't believe it. So it was expensive, rich clothing. So Naaman gave all this to the servant Ghazi. Naaman gave them to Ghazi's homeboys. Okay, so Ghazi had homeboys, buddies, and they carried them ahead to of Ghazi. When Ghazi came to the hill, he took the things from his homeboys and put them away in the house, so Elisha wouldn't know. Okay, and he sent the men away, and he left. Everything's good. Naaman went on home. Elisha's happy that he healed somebody, and now Ghazi stole all this stuff from that guy. Then he went and stood before Elisha, his master. And he took all these treasures deceptively, remember. So Elisha said, here we go. As far as you could trust them, you can't trust these kind of people. Okay, let me tell you a story, guys. When I was younger, I had some co-workers when I was in the administration field working in a very renowned company. My friend Laura said, could I borrow your brand new white leather jacket? Please, please. I was very without any wisdom. I said, but Laura, I saved 5 paychecks to purchase this. Back in the day, it cost $800. I don't know how much it is now. I don't even know if they have that style now. But it was like a leather biker jacket, white, really nice. So she said, I'm going to go on such a special date with the pizza owner, the owner of a pizzeria. Please let me borrow. I said, Laura, I didn't even wear it yet. Okay. So I gave it to her. The next day I was looking for my jacket. Oh, did you have a nice day? Could I have my jacket back? Oh, no. I left that leather coat in that pizza guy's car. I can't get it back because we broke up. We didn't like the date. I said, oh, you left it in his car? Can you call him again? She said, no, I can't. It's gone. You know darn well, guys, she kept that jacket. You know she kept that jacket and never wore it to work. I will get it back, she said. I waited 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I started crying. I never got it back. And I never really trusted too many people after that. So more stories like this, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, here we guys, listen to this. When Ghazi, that deceptive thief, came to the hill, he took the things from the servants and put them away in the house. He sent the men away in the house. He sent the men away and they left. Then he went in and stood before Elisha. Where have you been? Ghazi, Elisha said, the prophet. Ghazi said, here we go with the lies guy. Your servant didn't go anywhere, like he was in the bathroom or something. Ghazi answered. So 2 Kings 5:26. But Elisha said to him, was not my spirit with you when the man got down from his chariot to meet you? Was not my spirit with you when the man got down? And is this the time to take money or accept clothes, olive groves, vineyards, flocks, herds, or manservants and maidservants? Is this the time to take this guy's stuff? So he took all this, I mean, all this from the guy. This is really, really bad, my brothers and sisters. 2 Kings 6:26. So don't you know? He said, don't you know Naaman's leprosy will cling to you and to your descendants forever? So then Gazi went from Elisha's presence and he turned leprous as white as snow. He caught the disease, guys, and his whole family and generation to this day, wherever they are. I'm not saying they have leprosy, but they have a curse on them. So what I got from this story is the man got healed. That's why he didn't take nothing. He was still in the process of getting home, being healed. This guy interrupted the healing, took the stuff, took the leprosy stuff, and caught it. It was catching, I guess. Everything, the guy turned white, Ghazi. You see what happens when you're deceptive, guys? When you're deceptive, this happens. This was something else. So he was very deceptive. And look, guys, he caught leprosy because he was deceptive and he just wanted money. Do you know something? Do you see the TV now, guys? That you see a lot of people are getting what's due to them, rich money, getting it illegally or whatever it was. And a lot of people are getting in a lot of trouble. Guys, love Jesus with all your heart and all your soul. Stay blessed. So this was deceptive. It's a really good story to understand, guys. So please like and subscribe. And this is Jackie Bible Story 777. Cash App is Jackie Bible Story 777. I wish you all a blessed day. And if you could read that story, I gave you all the scriptures yourself, and I'll put it in the description down below. But do you know that him going and interrupting that flow of the healing and everything like that and taking all that stuff, he caught the leprosy? And in those days, leprosy, he turned white, his family turned white, grandchildren, great grandchildren. That he said all your family from now on will have that disease. I guess leprosy ain't around anymore, so maybe they have something else, but they got cursed his whole generation for what Ghazi did. He was a very deceptive character. And I told you about my friend Laura from the older days. She was deceptive. And I never forgot that story, and I never really lent expensive stuff again, guys. I'm sure you got stories like that too. So I'm happy to speak to you. Be blessed. Love Jesus. And this is a story in the scriptures in the Bibles. God bless you guys. Bye-bye.